Hi, Dr. Juno here. I just wanted to take a minute and let you know what I'm doing more. There's information on this website about frequency medicine, which is mostly what I'm doing now. I'm also doing some education modules for a school, which is really fun, but teaching East Asian medicine and other medicine modules. But anyway, what I'm doing now here with you that I wanted to talk about is homeopathic sound medicine. That's what I've been mostly doing, along with health consulting in general. And it has been really powerful. And I thought you might want to know a little bit more about what that is and what you would expect if you had a session with me. Basically, it's homeopathic means circular healing. So either there's not enough energy in the circle, or there's a block, or something's happened, and so the circle's not fully moving. So homeopathic medicines, that's why you may hear, you might take a substance with similar symptoms to what you have, that would, something like an herb, like aconite or something, which you can't take internally because it's toxic, but you can take a vibrational type of medicine, liquid. You can take a vibrational liquid, which is what homeopathic is. That will then arc those symptoms to full circle, like this. Acupuncture does this, yoga does this, qigong does this, creating that circular healing, bringing the circle into balance. Sometimes you have to add more energy into this circle with food or herbs or medications, whatever that is, but you're working this way. The current paradigm of medicine is allopathic, so it's basically you see a symptom, you try to cut it back. Homeopathic medicines work to do a circular type of healing, which is what the sound homeopathy does. So for a long time, people don't realize that most homeopathics that you take are made from a frequency from a computer, a stored memory. This has been done for a long time now. The old-fashioned way is you would take it and shake it and then dump it out, and take it and shake it, dump it out, to where there's nothing but an energetic signature left, because water is a really good carrier of sound. And your body is water. So there's all this great research on intention into water. There's great research on how sound affects our bodies, of being able to change the way the bacteria is interacting in the body, change the way cancer acts in the body. There's some really exciting research going on. What I do is I've gotten really more interested and in depth with looking at what's tangled up in the sound. So when I would meet with you, we do a little health intake, talk about some of your health goals, what's going on, and then I record your sound, and then I look and I compare your sound, all the frequencies inside your voice, to a library full of thousands of frequencies. Then I start to see these correlations, and then we talk about those. And there's so much information. I help you go through the information with my 30 years of experience in the healing field. So kind of like, okay, let's look at this, and just experience doing this, because you don't address every single thing that pops up. That would be impossible. You look for themes. And then I create a homeopathic sound remedy out of these with you. I ask you what you want, what's important to you, what's your intention. I've had people do really well with this, with very challenging illnesses, where we're working our way through the different levels of the illness. So it's like, okay, now your digestion's finally back online better than it was. All right, let's get to that energy level. Okay, or this anxiety, where's this coming from? Maybe it's from the gut or the adrenals. And then we just keep working with that. So sometimes I see people once a week, sometimes twice a week, sometimes just for a monthly tune-up. I usually suggest that people start with a few sessions, just to go through a few and then see what kind of change they have. But I've had really great results. I think I mentioned in another video, I've actually had better results in overall well-being. Like when I looked at how's this person doing overall better than when I was doing acupuncture and injectables, which is crazy for me. I'm still doing coaching on herbs and food, and if people have questions and want my viewpoint. So that's still there. But the thing that has changed is that I'm very specifically doing the sound on a much more regular basis in a more in-depth way. So what does that look like? Sessions are about 30 to 45 minutes, usually more 30 minutes, and the first session is more towards 45 minutes. And then, as I said, we do the intake, I record the sound, and then towards the end of that session, we'll sit there for about 5 minutes together and listen to the sound, holding that intention that you created. We look for something specific, like, again, like pain levels down by this percent, better energy by this percent. Knowing that we're still addressing the whole body, it's nice to just have this, like, okay, I'm trying to get better at this one habit. I can't get out of my chair after work to go exercise, so we work on that. And this real intentional, real specific helps us identify how well we're able to help sing the song to the body. So just like if you've ever been in a choir, you need repetition and you need the correct tone. So then we sit there those 5 minutes together. I sit there with you. We listen to the sound together. I record the sound. I hold that intention with you. Then I send you the sound that then you can listen to at least once or twice a day, and then when you're having an issue. So this is really important, because when you're feeling stressed, when there's an emotion off, that's a symptom. When there's pain, there's a symptom. When there's a digestive thing, that can be a symptom. You just take a moment and listen to your sounds. You can listen to them for 1 or 2 minutes or the full 5 minutes. Just listening to them all day is not the same. You want more frequent small doses compared to blasting it all day. So that gives you an idea of what I'm doing, and it's a real honor and pleasure for me. Again, this website has more information. Feel free to tap into that and ask me questions as you like.